What is wrong in this device, in this coffee pot? There is no question. Everyone in the audience knows exactly what's the problem. This is called the coffee pot for the masochist, as Jack Kellerman did in his very famous drawing. When I showed this coffee pot for the masochist to CEO of the hospital, to nurses, to doctors, they recognize immediately what's the problem with this coffee pot. But the moment they enter into their emergency room or intensive care or hospital, they don't see anything. This is actually an intensive care for the masochist. We are working in a hostile environment. The intensive care, the back of the anesthesia machine, all those are like this coffee pot, but we don't see it. And our purpose in avoiding mishaps and accident in the hospital is to show people the coffee pot in their own location. The hospital is a hostile environment. Every child can read it in their books. But the problem is how to develop the hospital into a safe place for everyone. Based on the data that we have gathered in the last 20 years, it appears to be that we have about an epidemics of errors and mishaps that cause a lot of damage to hospitalized patients. At the year of 2000, the American Institute of Medicine published this to err is human. This is like the Bible. This is exactly what should be done in order to avoid errors. However, in spite of all the data that we know and the knowledge that is enclosed in this book, almost nothing happened. The rate of errors did not decline. The rate of mishaps did not decline. Even in the New England Journal of Medicine about a year ago, it has shown that there is not even a reduction in the error rate in hospitals. So how to overcome this? How to combat these epidemics? There are a few ways to do it. One way is to punish every doctor who is doing a mistake or an error or cause damage to a patient will be punished and will finish. Does not help. Another way to do is like in epidemiology. You have to report on every event that happens in the hospital. But there is a tendency for underreporting. People don't like to report on their mistakes. For example, in what was published from Indiana, 209 hospitals, only 105 events were reported during a year. This is below any acceptable thing. Our approach that I want to present in this TED presentation is the proactive, like a pirate. We are putting someone on the top of the mast, is watching the sea to warn us before the iceberg, before we collide with the iceberg, not after and then investigation. Investigating medical mishaps is fraught with the hindsight bias, and actually we don't gain a lot of information. Our method is observation and looking at the system based on the knowledge of the limitation of human cognition, the limitation of our memory, the limitation of our hearing and seeing and other cognitive modalities, and also on the behavior. People like to get reward rather than to be punished. For example, we did simple observation in the Department of Pathology. Look at this picture. Can you imagine or can you detect why few samples that were sent to pathology is missing? No problem. One is in the garbage, one is in another place. We look at the operating theater, not after an accident, but on the daily basis. This is the operating theater. Sometimes in order to have good recording, we use camera that is installed on the head of the nurse, and then we record the conversation, record everything that is going between the team, and then show the team and analyze and learn, even though there is not even one single mistake. When we analyzed the operating room like this, we saw that we have about 12 teams in the operating theater. Sometimes they are not talking with each other, not communicating with each other. The way to create a mental model common to all of them is by doing what we suggest, or we have suggested in an experiment something like about 3 years ago, is to do briefing before surgery. All the team are around the patient and everyone is talking and telling what he is going to do, creating a shared mental model for everyone. By doing this, and this is just simple thing, it's not technology, it does not cost money. This poster is on the wall in our operating theater, and everyone recognizing how important is this is standing around the patient bed, and everyone deliver his part of the surgery. I will more elaborate on this in the full-blown presentation. Thank you very much.